Hillel sees the skull floating on the water's surface. He says, because you drowned others, that's why you were drowned. And those who drowned you, they themselves also going to be drowned. So sometimes you see just a little piece of something in the world. You see an episode, an incident. But that's all that you see. You don't see what preceded it, and you don't see what comes after it. So you don't have the whole picture. Hillel wants to teach us over here that there is a bigger picture, even though that we don't see it, that there is a certain kind of divine justice, that there is measure for measure in the world, that everything is properly organized and structured. There is an analogy that's given to a tailor who's got a piece of cloth, and he throws many of the pieces into odd shapes and sizes. You watch him, you scratch your head wondering, what's he doing? What's this piece for? And what's that piece for, etc. And then eventually takes all the pieces and puts it together, and lo and behold, you've got a beautiful garment that fits on a person. Well, you never knew that that was going to look like that in the end. And that's life. You see only the little piece of cloth, one little episode, one little. Sometimes in our lives, we are privileged to have a glimpse of the picture. Sometimes you see the beginning of something, and perhaps even many years later, you see the end of it, and you say, oh, those things are connected. Now I understand why that happened. But most times we're blind to that. And that is what what God says to Moses, you can see the back of me, but what's in front you can't see. You can only get a glimpse from behind. Sometimes we can see. And this is what Hillel wants to teach. Most people would simply look at this skull floating on the water and say, what a shame. But they wouldn't think any further than that in terms of why did it happen, who was this person, what about the person who did this to him, and what about the things which come after this. So he wants us to look more broadly in the world and to try and get a sense of sequence and a big picture. Well, an extraordinary statement teaching from Allah from the Zohar on this piece of Hillel, which will come to please God tomorrow.